In this tutorial, we'll be discussing how to use the paint bucket tool and the ink tool. So open up a new flash file, ActionScript 3.0, and let's draw a circle with no fill. As you can see here, we have this no fill thing here, and just draw a circle, and you see there's no fill but just a stroke. If you were to look here, we have the paint bucket tool and we have the ink bottle tool. We'll be discussing how to use the paint bucket tool first, and you don't get an option really except the color, make green, and you have this option right here which we'll discuss in a minute, but just click inside and you have fill. Now that you know how to use that, I'm going to draw something with the pencil tool. Make it 12, I guess. I'll draw, I guess, I want to do that. I want that to be the ink mode, and we're gonna leave a hole. Gonna leave that. I know I'm not a great drawer, but you know, I'm trying. So get the paint bucket tool, and we're gonna make his eyes black. And you see that we can't do that. Reason being is that if we were to select this, the whole thing, and change it to 1 or 0.1, you'd see that we have these gaps right here, and so we can't do that. So what we would do is that we get the paint bucket tool, and we have this option for gaps. Close small gaps is when you have small gaps and you want to paint it. So let's try that, but we can't do that because the gaps are just too big. Let's try medium. Still can't do that, but we can do that with this, as you can see. Let's try large. And we can't do that with this. And when the gaps are just too big, what you would do is just get the line tool, change it to a random color, and just connect these two together. Go back to the paint bucket tool, and we're gonna make this, let's make this pink, and we'll just color in, and you see that works. We'll go to the line that we drew and delete it, and we still keep that gap right there. So that's what the paint bucket tool does. And if you were to look, we have this lock fill, which we'll talk about later when we're talking about gradients. The next one is the ink bottle tool. Now this uses the color of the stroke, and it doesn't have any options besides, well, no options actually. So it just uses the color of the stroke, and what it does, it adds a stroke to a shape. So let's get rid of the stroke for this for now and draw a shape. You see we have no stroke and we want to add one. We would go to the ink bottle tool, the ink, choose a color. Let's go with red, and all you have to do is just click, and you see we have the stroke right there. Let's say that you wanted to, that you had a circle and you had a hole in it. You wanted to make this a different stroke color and this a different stroke color. All you would do is choose your color, you get the ink bottle tool, and all you have to do is click on the edge, and it would change only that, and you can set the other one to another color, and you can see that we have two different strokes. So I'm gonna select this so you can see it better. We have two different strokes. If you were to click in the center, it would change both. And that's what the ink bottle tool does. And that's it for this tutorial on the paint bucket and the ink. And note here, if something already has a fill or a stroke, you could still change it regardless if it has one. And so that's it for our tutorial. Thanks for watching.